Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
You think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
Because when he has been in the bright lights and enjoying his time, having fun and lapping it up, no problem, you're the big celebrity. You're in the bright lights, I've been in the dark, in the trenches, in the gym.
Thaboxingvoice.com.
People ask me, when does camp start? Camp started as soon as I bet Tiff in my Lopez. As soon as I batted him and took all his belts, camp started the next day.
What a right hand from George Campbell, and the takeover went down!
He's a good villain, though. He's a good villain.
Do you feel in charge?
Could have fought anybody. Lomachenko, Devin Haney. Unfortunately, Lomachenko's not available. Beautiful. Devin Haney, step up. Now we'll take your belt.
This is Sparta!
SDS Promotions.
But he says he'll finish his fight as a king. What's a king to an emperor?
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ringwalk Danny.
Let's start with this. I'm a creative genius.
SDS.
And now, the most dangerous producer on YouTube, Brandon in Houston.
Brandon in Houston. SDS Promotions.
You're now locked into the king of all boxing podcasts, The Boxing Voice. Jab that like button.
Thaboxingvoice.com.
What is it? Is it that they don't like the Charlos? You like the Charlos?
The unified WBA, WBC, and IBF 154-pound champion of the world.
I'm happy, not angry, I'm passionate.
The WBC middleweight champion of the world.
No, I think you're a great fighter. And
I know that already.
They say, oh, the Charlos ain't fought nobody. Duh, because they don't want to fight us. Fighters, come on, step up, we with that shit. Come on, let's get it. Like I said, I went to the top already. I seen the bottom before. At the top, I seen the bottom. I went back down to the bottom and shot back the fuck back up. Now what they mad at me for? Not like old school boxing. We're the best, fight the best no more. It's about politics. It's about who you know, who you are, if you got a crowd behind you. Sit your ass in your weight division and see if you can beat one of them. Cause fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby.
And we stand by lines only, just like we made this up. We gonna ride with it. We gonna ride with it till the day we die.
Jamal Charlo.
SDS Promotions.
Shut the fuck up, you little prick.
Yeah?
Yeah, prick. Come on, get him out of here.
You're getting out of
Yeah, move him out of here.
SDS Promotions.
Fury's the name, and fucking fighting's the game. His heart's rattling now. His balls have sunk up inside of him. There's a man here that's gonna annihilate you, Dosser.
Thaboxingvoice.com.
What up? I wanted to make sure that everybody was here. So, we let it roll for a bit. And look, I'm going to give you all the facts and what it is. But we're going to start off with it is what it is, right? This is the universe. This is no one's fault. It's the universe, man. If you've been listening to the show, if you've been a fan of Border Wars, you know that I've been speaking into the universe that I want Border Wars to be the new Sugarbird. You know, I've said that to you guys over and over. I've said it to trainers. I've said it live on this show. And Sugarbird is an official USA boxing tournament. And if I want Border Wars to be that, I have to follow the necessary procedures. There are some things that I don't like with converting to USA Boxing. But again, if you're a fan of Border Wars, you know that we submitted a proposal to the WBC, and they told us the same thing. In order for the WBC to get on board with Border Wars fully, we would have to convert to USA Boxing. What that means is that a person like myself that is 44 cannot fight my opponent who is 27. A person like Keem, who is 30, can't fight his opponent, Chino. Adrian, I don't know if he's 40 or he's 39 at this point, but there's rules, you know. We were fighting in 16-ounce gloves and 2-minute rounds. USA Boxing is 12-ounce gloves, 14-ounce gloves, 3-minute rounds. So it's going to be amateur boxing rules, amateur officials, and that is the necessary evolution of Border Wars. We've gotten to a point where it isn't Fight Club anymore. We can't do it in a small basement and or underground, you know, gym, because we're not those other things. We were always boxing. We used amateur boxing rules with a combination of professional rules because obviously a lot of us are looking at the professional sport and not the amateur sport. But it is the necessary evolution. It is what I was asking the universe, so I cannot be upset. I feel worse for the people that, you know, have booked flights and things of that nature, you know. It doesn't matter how or why, you know, they found out or this happened, because at the end of the day, you know, I reached out to many officials, so it could have been anybody wondering whether or not they could work the event, because, you know, I reached out to like the Ray Coronas and the Kenny Bellises and things like that to get my people a great celebrity referee. So those guys have to do their due diligence. They have to make sure that the event that they're going to get paid to work is, you know, a sanctioned event. And that's all this is, you know, is adapting the rules of USA Boxing. But again, it takes away from what we were doing. So a guy like James, that was considered a professional in MMA, he can't be an amateur, right? So like, he's not given that development, which we do give. You know, we match make well. So I'm not saying all hope is lost. I'm saying, you know, we follow the rules and we just try to change. You know, we try to adapt some of our rules. We try to get it accepted, especially if we keep our tournament private, because we can. We can exclude the right to participate. Boxiana, we've done it in Texas. We've done it in every other state and not had an issue. And, you know, anyone that listens to Border War shows know that I was always against Vegas because of this. You know, UNLV, the college, they had an event where they suffered a death. So Vegas is not the easiest. Their commission is very difficult. And I'm hot in these streets with this. Like, you know, everyone is now well aware of who we are and what we're doing. And, you know, it's just not worth the trouble. We'll just fall under the USA boxing and try to continue the necessary evolution. But yeah, we did it in Texas numerous times. Um, at the actually one of the gym, I can't remember his name. It's called Sweat Boxing, but I can't remember the owner's name. I think it's Hernandez, and he either beat or lost to Earl in the amateurs or got a draw, something like that. uh but we done it in Texas many times, at least three or more. We've done it in Florida, three or more. We've done it in New Jersey, two or more, I believe. So, we did it in Wisconsin twice. But again, the necessary development. I know what you're saying, Neutral Corner do, and but that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm gonna try and change some things, because it's like you're saying, do Border Wars fighters want to do it with smaller gloves in 3-minute rounds? Because it does add more danger. Where what we were doing was bigger gloves, shorter rounds, less danger, which is, it allows that person now the ability to get in there because it's less danger. So it was more, they were more willing. They were more willing. But we'll see again. I feel that the Boxing Voice has definitely been pioneers in this sport in many things, and I think once we get this tournament adapted with USA Boxing, we can be a pioneer in changing some of those amateur rules to adapt for more off the couch guys. And that's what Border Wars was doing. It was giving the opportunity for the people to come off the couch and actually get a opportunity to do what their idols do. And you learn from this experience. I had never trained this hard in my life. I'm 205 pounds. I've probably put on about 4 pounds since this news, but I've never trained this hard in my life. And it gives you that newfound respect for a fighter and what they have to do, what they have to sacrifice. With every post that my opponent posted, it made me work harder. It made me quit smoking. So I feel sorry for the people that really trained, that wanted to put on a show. But believe me that, I'm with you in the pain and in the suffering. But it's not worth it. When they start talking to you about attorney generals and all that, it's like, damn, I'm good. Like, I'm not even trying to be near a gym when y'all get in town, because I don't want to be, known as the organizer or the guy that's trying to still get around the rules, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I was just trying to give my audience the opportunity to have that moment that the fighters have. And that's not what USA Boxing gives you. USA Boxing throws you in there and you don't know who you're fighting. You don't know their experience. It's different. We nurtured our fighters. And, I will adapt to USA Boxing, but only with the mindset that I am going to try and bring what I was already doing. Once I become USA Boxing, I'll revisit my conversation and proposal with the WBC, which would probably give me leverage to continue to do what I'm doing for a masters, and I'm using air quotes. Masters is what they have in the amateurs for guys like myself who are 40 plus, right? So we have to only fight guys that are 40 plus. So maybe in some sort of masters like rules, we can adapt some of these Border Wars rules where, you do know who you're fighting ahead of time. You can receive footage of that person ahead of time. That's what we offered our fighters, and that's why it was way more nurturing than the amateurs. The amateurs, you show up, you don't know who you're fighting, you don't know what level they are, and you're just thrust into that ring. You're sink or swim. That's not our intentions. Our intentions was to give you the experience of a professional fighter. And that's why we had, an adaptation of amateur and professional rules. But again, this is only going to push us in the right direction. This is only the universe answering my, words, right? I'm the one that was asking to be bigger than Sugarbird Tournament. So here we go. We are on our way, and we're going to get it done. Neutral Corner says that's not how that works. That's why people have books. Those keep track of fights, wins and losses. Coaches can still decline fights on a regular fight night. And that's what I'm saying. Again, we didn't have that, right? We would match make. We would send you someone until you were comfortable with that someone where like you're saying, it doesn't happen like that. And on the day, the people can cancel your fight. That doesn't happen with Border Wars. Like, you get a cancellation of a dude that has pulled out, but he doesn't get their fight night and he doesn't have a fight. That's a very rare occasion. But he also says tournaments don't give options because everyone is open, 10-plus fights. And there you go. We're not open and we give options, Nobody really is 10-plus fights. Marvin is the most active Border Wars fighter, So, and I think he's only at 6 fights in the series. But yeah, man, that is the information. We were all sent, all the referees, all the judges. Like I said, I go to a gym, they say I'm hot out here, and it's because they all received the memo from USA Boxing instructing them what they could and could not do. Marvin Furman, the Tank, says TBV and Border Wars is making average Joes international fighters, man. And shout out to Marvin, who started with us and then took, Border Wars to the next level after 6 fights with us, fought on the amateur circuit, won on the national level, and went to El Salvador to try to represent his country. I got Supermex with a $5 super chat. He says, I've been deflated and heartbroken, but after thought, I'm grateful, excited, down from almost 400 pounds. Who knows what's next? Maybe an amateur next. And that's the thing. Supermex thought that he wouldn't be able to get approved. I sent them the weights, and he's more than willing to turn amateur. And that's what I'm saying. I think that Border Wars becoming amateurs will still entice more people to go and get their book. I think that we will convert people to get their books, and to actually fight in the amateurs. But I think that we still need to push to get these rules slightly changed for certain levels. Adrian in Wisconsin says, Ness, you can run it how you want for the most part. You just got to follow some sort of rules, but you can vet people the same way. And that's what I plan to do, man. Again, I probably would want to do mines in 16s so that we can get more people. But we'll see how that works. Danny, pass me a water, bro. So, yeah, man, that is the information. Most people have the memo that was sent to us, as it's circulating already. I showed it to some people, obviously. And there is still a opportunity for those fighters who do have an amateur book to fight on the same day, February 25th, here in Las Vegas. The location, I won't even say. Again, I won't know that information until 12 noon. But again, you would have to have a book that's already registered and active, and then they will possibly be able to put you on this card. But again, I won't even know that till 12 o'clock. And that's why there was just so much red tape. The biggest issue was, in order to keep the date, every fighter would have had to convert to USA Boxing and have a registered book. So that doesn't take a day. It takes a bunch of days. And again, some guys, they couldn't even get a USA Boxing book because maybe they were already professionals in another sport like MMA. Maybe, their age would now ruin their fight, like myself and Adrian and Chino and Keem, where if you're 40, you have to fight 40 plus in the Masters League, not in the amateur. So it's a lot of red tape and a lot of reasons why this date wouldn't work. What I'll say is that at least they didn't close the door. They gave us all the necessary information to do it. They actually just asked us to push it back 6 weeks, which obviously I was against because I know so many people had flights, that they couldn't get refunds on, and flights that they didn't have insurance, or hotels that they didn't have insurance. So rather than trying to postpone for 6 weeks, we're just going to do the necessary things to make sure that when we come back, it is an official USA Boxing amateur fight. It will be on their website, and no one would ever have to worry about cancellation again. We are giving complete refunds. Yeah, that's about all that I can say. So we'll be back at 12 o'clock from the Wynn Casino. Peace. Because I see no one with their hands raised. So I'm out. Oh, now someone want to raise their hand. Stainless, what up?
Yo, what up? You can hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, man. So I'm just going to be out there smoking weed and partying in Vegas then, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately, man, I know that, this puts a lot of people in situations they would have normally not been in Vegas. But, for fight night, I know a spot. I just got to confirm with them. They sell amazing food. It's a little bit pricey, but they sell amazing food, great drinks, and they always play the fights, good music. So, I mean, we could definitely hang out on Saturday. There's going to be a lot of fights. The Broner fight is happening, plus PBC's having, I think, the Cody Crowley fight, right? There's some fights happening for sure.
That's just what I was calling to suggest, man. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of people who might be too late to cancel your flights or whatever. I mean, it's Vegas. I don't remember anybody. I don't remember the slogan for Vegas being "You're not gonna have a good time here." So it sounds like we're just gonna have a mock TBV appreciation party or fight watch. So let's make that happen, man. You know what I'm saying? They close the door, you open the window. So as I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. If you ain't on Patreon, it's because you're stupid. Shout out to El Camino. Peace.
All right. I got Super Max. What up?
Yo, Ness, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Man, this is it's a real kick in the balls. It sucks. For whatever reason, this one just wasn't meant to be this time around. And yesterday, like I said, man, I was. I've been in the know with you, and I know we texted, and I've been a little deflated. I was honestly heartbroken, man, because I I feel like I had finally given everything I should have to a camp, and instead of fucking feeling bad for myself or being upset, I was like, hey, well, you know what? Let's keep it going. Let's not quit training. I've lost all this weight so far, and like you said, now we just got to adjust, man. So it's the vibe kind of felt like a funeral for the Border Wars, and in a sense, it is. The original incarnation of Border Wars may not ever be the same, man, but like Marvin said, Marvin's a national champion. You got Keem who can box. You got Chino who's had, amateur fights. I might be looking to do one myself, man. It's been a fun journey. It's frustrating. I know a lot of us had a lot riding on this. But let's not focus on the negative, man. Let's just readjust. I know guys are not
But
too hot about it. I get it.
Look what you said right there, and that's the difference between Border Wars and the amateurs. Chino, 2 weeks ago, was 39. So 2 weeks ago, he had an amateur fight with a 19-year-old 6'5" kid, and he was 39.
Now he fight a 20-something-year-old.
But that's what the amateurs does. A 39-year-old was set up with a 19-year-old who's 6'5", almost 2 feet taller than the dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we didn't do. Yeah. Unless you wanted that. You had your footage of that. Yeah. You knew who you were fighting. It's different, man. Exactly. It's different, man.
Smoking Out Jay, he was a bigger guy, but I fought Smoking Out Jay, who was a bigger guy, and the result happened, but you were the first one trying to tell me to take another fight. That was all on me. I took that fight. I was adamant about that fight. Like I said, hopefully we can adjust, man. I know it's a bummer to hear, guys, but for those of you, for guys like me in particular, like I have to keep reminding myself, this ain't the end. Don't quit. Don't go back to being a fat boy. To my opponent, man, you worked so hard, brother. I think he was down like 40 pounds. Keep working, my good brother. Everybody who's on their weight loss journey, let's keep working. We'll readjust. Who knows what the future holds, but I don't think it's the very end of Border Wars. It's just going to be a little different, some tweaks here and there. And that's okay, man. Life's all about evolution. We're not the same guy we were 5 years ago. TBV is not the same show it was 5 years ago. Things happen. Things are going to change. I have to keep reminding myself that, man, because, it was hard for me. Like I said, I had this one meant a lot to me. I was excited to have my family out there, but hey, look now. I guess I'll get to, have a little mini family vacation. And like Stanley said, for those of us who are still going, man, let's throw a little mini TBV appreciation. There's lots of things. It's Las Vegas, guys. It's not like we're in a small rinky-dink town nowhere, shit has happened. But Ness, I want to thank you personally for always, for going to bat for us. I know you worked all night to get this done. It sucks how it turned out, but I appreciate you at least trying, and I just folded immediately. A lot of people would have. And like I said, I want to just be thankful for Border Wars, especially the original incarnation of them, man. It really changed my life. I never in my life had fought in a ring before or trained before or thought I could do a lot of the athletic things I could do, and I'm grateful for it, and I'm excited for the future, Ness. And like I said, guys, let's all keep working. If not for anything else, for your own personal health, guys. At the end of the day, we only got one life to live. We need to live it as best as possible. So, with that being said, Ness, I guess we'll link up sometime next week, brother. I'm still going to be out there, so I'll catch up with you in Vegas.
All right, champ. Yeah, man. I got OC. What up?
What up? Can you hear me, bro?
Yep.
All right, listen, man. I'm disappointed. Every time I try to get to Border Wars, man, something happens. But anyway, let me shed a little light, because I've been part of USA Boxing for 5 years. I've been in the Master Division for 5 years. You could be Master Division, or you can be in Open all the way until you 41. So Chino just got into, so Chino can bounce back and forth right now from Master Division to Open until he 41. Once he go 41, he got to go strictly Master Division, right? So and Master Division start at 35. So you can bounce back and forth from master to open division from 35 to 41. Once you hit 41, it's strictly master division. I've been in master division, like I said, 5 years. So I got 12 plus fights in the master division. You know what I'm saying? I would say, bro, listen, it's time to step Border Wars up. Man, fuck it. Go on do USA boxing, man. I think at the same time, because you can run the event how you want to run it, how you want to run it. It could be somewhat your rules, because a lot of motherfuckers, they don't allow you to wear custom shorts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can, because it's your event, you can say you can wear custom. I don't think we can wear custom gloves or our own gloves. I don't know about that part. I think you have to have USA Boxing approved gloves. I know you got to have USA Boxing approved headgear, and for the masters, you got to have USA Boxing approved master headgear. They got
I know I
label
went to a tournament, or not a tournament. I went to a 1-day show in Tampa, and I talked about it on the show before. This kid came out there with his whole outfit, and that's what I would want. I would want our people to be able to, like, yo. That's another thing, man. Like, this is not what I want. I literally got a whole outfit done. I spent hella dough on my shit, bro.
But check this out, Nance. That's what I'm saying. When you can run it how you want to run it, you can allow that. Some at 1-day shows, you can allow how you want to allow. I think it's when you do a tournament, a motherfucker have to wear like the red uniform or the blue uniform. You know what I'm saying? Only in the tournament. In the tournaments, you have to be. You have to make weight exactly whatever weight class you fighting in. In tournaments, you have to be on that weight. In 1-day shows, you allow like a 8-pound difference, a 10-pound difference, depending on what weight class it is. I think like the 165 weight classes, you allow like 8 pounds over 165. You know what I'm saying? 175, you allow like 10 pounds over. You can fight a motherfucker 10 pounds over. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the USA boxing go. Like I said, when it's a 1-day show or it's a tournament, at the same time, depending on how you want to run your tournament the way you want to. I like the way Border Wars is set up. So I'm just saying, just probably get affiliated with USA Boxing, and you can iron out the details with them motherfuckers. But you can run that shit how you want to run that shit. I know Masters, we gotta fight with 16-ounce gloves on. That's how they want us to do it. The lower weight classes or the open weight classes, they fight with 12s and 10s on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how that goes. But I think your show, you can say I want nothing but 16 ounces, and I think they just might have to fight with 16 ounces. That's just that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But check this out though. How you run Border Wars, and you can run that shit how many motherfucking every quarter how you want to run it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers pay their fee. And you can still have motherfuckers submit their footage. You can run Border Wars how you want to run Border Wars. You're just under USA Boxing, bro. So I don't too much think it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Just check it out. And if you don't feel right with it, shit, fuck it. It is what it is. Oh, but check this out. I'm still coming out to Vegas because, you know what I mean? I still want to get up with your Ness, you and Danny and shit. And for those that's still coming out to Vegas, man, hey, like Supermax said, man, let's kick it and let's enjoy it. If we can get in the gym and still work out and do a little sparring, let's get in the gym and work out and still do a little sparring. Motherfuckers don't fall back and get all fat and shit and start eating cheeseburgers and drinking and all that old extra dumbass shit, man.
Truth is, like I said, man, the issue with getting together and sparring is that I wouldn't want it to be recorded because they're gonna assume I'm just moving an event to a private location. I'm not trying to get in no beef with them people. I'm not trying to get blacklisted.
Listen, Les. I'm not saying record it. I'm just saying shit. We out there, shit. Let's still work out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it got to be recorded. Let's just, still work. And what I meant by, what I'm saying, we can build a relationship for those that's still coming outside. Now we can meet each other face to face. You know what I'm saying? If motherfucker want to do some work, let's get in there and work. You know what I'm saying? Don't shit got to be recorded. We in there working. We just having fun. We just chilling. Listen, we ain't blowing none of this shit. It's fucked up because Border Wars ain't going full force ahead like it was. But shit. Hey, I ain't canceling shit. I done paid for my shit. It's a late birthday present for me. Me and the wife ain't never been to Vegas, so while she out having her little fun in Vegas, I'm out having my little fun in Vegas. I like to box. I like boxing. Shit, come on, let's get it. We can still get it. We can
For
still get
sure.
it in.
All
But
right. And
yeah,
let me
that's it, man. That's my call, boss man.
appreciate you calling in. Let me get to Keem the Dream. What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What up? What up, man? Yeah, yo, I was actually calling to say a lot of the same shit OC just said, man. In all seriousness, I like, I heard Supermax call, and I know a lot of other people probably feel the same. But I just my advice to everybody is don't allow this to knock you off of your grind, man. Fitness is a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Don't just only train for border wars. Don't just only get in shape for a border wars. Like use border wars to kick off a lifestyle of fitness, man. Making sure you stay working out at least 3 times a week, trying to eat healthy and not saying you have to go super hard every single day, 7 days a week like you should for a border wars when you're training, but make fitness a part of your lifestyle, man, for everybody. Like don't let this and again, border wars ain't going nowhere. This one, got ruined towards the end or whatever, but it's gonna come back. I think the joining with USA is gonna make it a lot better. It'll get a lot of stress off of you, a lot of headache off of you, and getting these events going, and we can still do them how you want with a lot of your own rules and stuff like that, man. So I think in the long run, this is better for border wars. This is what it needed. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of different reasons, but don't let this don't anybody who signed up, man, don't let it knock you off of what you got going on. Don't start like again, like OC was saying, don't start eating cheeseburgers and doing all type of crazy stupid shit. Keep yourself in shape, man. Fitness is a lifestyle. That's part of what border wars is about. So it's a life changing event, and it's changed a lot of guys' lives for the better with as far as the fitness and the health, because the health is wealth, man. That's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? It really is.
I just hope that they understand that, because that's what we do different. Like, you know, we could take an average Joe off the couch and get him fight ready without killing them versus the amateurs. You can't be a dude off the couch and try to get an amateur fight, because you might get a dude across from you with 9 fights.
Yeah, but
It
see,
just
that's the
is
beautiful
different.
thing about you getting with USA and still doing it how you want, because you still the matchmaker. And so when people want to sign up for border wars, look, go get your book, go get your physical, and we got an opponent for you. You know what I'm saying? You're still going to be making the matches. The rules are going to have to be a little different as far as weight classes and ages and things like that. But for the most part, like you just brought up a great point. Chino, 39 years old. He's like 5'7". They put him in there with a kid who's 19. He's 6'4", 6'5".
Exactly,
And
bro.
you would never do that unless Chino really asked for it and begged
Exactly.
for it or whatever. But and it can still be like that going forward. So again, I do think this is better for the long run. Right now, yes, sucks. Everybody wanted to compete, But me personally, look, I'm going to Vegas regardless. My birthday's tomorrow. My wife's birthday was just about 2 weeks ago. This is a birthday trip for the both of us. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna have fun regardless. I want to link up with everybody that's in Vegas, with you, with Danny, with Bo, JP, anybody else that's still going to Vegas. I know Pablo hit me up yesterday. I heard Stainless just say he gonna be out there.
Yeah,
There's a
Stainless
million
birthday
fights on.
too.
Yeah. There's a million fights on Saturday. There's the Jake Paul fight Sunday. Whatever let's link up. Let's watch some fights. Let's have a good time. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? If we couldn't get to a gym and get some work, spend the afternoon getting some work, get some sparring in, some working out. Just like that's what we do. This is the boxing community, and a lot of us do actually enjoy boxing. We enjoy throwing some hands and learning and getting better. So look, man, it's not it's not a complete failure. This isn't the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be all right, man. It's Vegas. It's not like you had this event planned for the middle of fucking nowhere where we ain't got shit to do. This is Las Vegas, man. Come out, have a good time. There's a bunch of people from the community gonna be around and gonna be there. So it's all good, man. No big deal. At the end of the day, Border Wars is gonna keep going. We'll do another one, and it'll be better this time. We won't have to worry about none of this shit, none of the underground. You know what I'm saying? None of that going forward. So it's all good. And again, y'all don't let this off fitness journey. Fitness is a lifestyle, man. This needs to be a regular part of your life all the time. Trying to eat healthy all the time, making sure you in the gym religiously. This is a lifestyle, and you need to live that because health is wealth, man. It's important to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Ness, you know, we've seen you fluctuate in weight, but you 40-some years old and you're in some of the best shape of your life, Don. I know you feel better.
Oh
You know what I'm
man,
saying?
it
Like,
sucks.
it's super important, man. Fitness is a lifestyle, y'all. So, yeah, that's really all I'm willing to say. I'm gonna be in Vegas. You know, everybody, let's link up however we can. And yeah, man, I'm gonna see you out there, Ness.
All right. All right. Shout out to Keem the Dream, aka Kimachenko. This shit sucks though, man. It's like Supermax said, you know, a lot of people made this one of the best camps. You know, we had great matches. Fucking hell, bro. Really, really, really sucks. Let me see. I got King Born. What up? King Born. Somebody mic wasn't gonna work, right? So we going to who is this? James Clark. What up?
What's up, man?
What's
Man, it
good,
sucks.
brother?
It's all good, man. I'm sure we'll figure something out. I'm still coming down to Vegas. To everybody that was supposed to fight that's still coming down, let's meet up. Let's throw a Border Wars reunion party somewhere. Let's plan something dope. You know what? Maybe I'll still bring my boxing gloves and maybe we'll just get some rounds in the gym for fun. You know, but we'll definitely maybe get some drinks, maybe just hang out, you know, socialize. You know, I think you're doing a really good thing. I think it sucks that sanctioning needs to step in. I think that you are providing a safer, more comfortable opportunity to people just trying to get their feet wet. You know,
That's what
I
I'm
just got
saying, man.
my travel. I just got my travel permit from my probation officer this morning. I haven't left the state since I was convicted of my felonies like 4 years ago or so. So I mean, it's I'm excited to at least, you know, get out of town and just kind of bummed I don't get to fight. You know, maybe me and Adrian can just spar at his gym. I know that I don't know. I know he wants to, you know, stay legit with USA Boxing. So I would love to do like a one last, you know, sparring tournament, full headgear, 16-ounce gloves.
So wait,
you know, I would.
you can't become an amateur, right?
Stream it. See, maybe I'm gonna talk. So I know the athletic commission in Wisconsin personally. I'm a licensed cornerman. I'm a licensed professional fighter. I was a licensed professional or amateur fighter. You know, maybe there's a way I can petition to have an amateur license as a boxer. I doubt it, but I might be able to box amateur outside of Wisconsin. It's possible. It might be possible.
Okay.
So I just might not be able to do it in Wisconsin where I'm licensed as a pro. Technically that license is recognized nationwide, but you know, every state has their own commission. They got their own rules. You know, obviously coming from a wrestling background, you know, I might be able to, you know, petition that I'm looking to get amateur experience before I go in the ring as a pro.
Mm-hmm.
Because the point of sanctioning, the point of an athletic commission, allegedly, is to protect fighters, is to protect people from putting themselves in danger that they are not prepared to deal with. So it's kind of ironic and kind of weird that, you know, I'm trying to box as an amateur to get that experience because I'm 100% ready, you know, to you know, train to go professional in boxing as I've already gone professional in another sport, but you know, I still want to get that experience, you know. you know, I don't know. You know, maybe I will just train even harder, and maybe I will make my pro debut on a sanctioned Border Wars event. So
Yeah, man.
that that would
Pro-Am
be kind of
show,
cool.
baby. Pro-Am show. That's
Yeah,
why,
I'll
I'm
be one of the
down. I'm
pros.
down because I know that everybody, loses with this happening, but I am, you know, excited that, I'm being pushed in a direction that it can continue to grow.
Yeah. I mean, this has been. I've been really glad that I ran into you guys, and Adrian introduced me to you guys, because I was, uh, when I made my pro debut as a MMA fighter, I was facing, 4 felonies, fucking Class H, Class E. I was looking at 23 and a half years. The case took 4 years. I lost my pro debut due to the stress I was under. It's not the only excuse. I still could have won. I don't like making excuses, but I can't ignore the fact that I was facing a lot of time in prison at the time I made my pro debut, which definitely affected me mentally, which then affected me physically, and I've been having a hard time, redeeming myself since then. I've gotten out of shape. I've been down. It's been tough, but I've been training, for these last few Border Wars fights, including this one. I can finally see my abs again. I fucking feel good. I fucking feel like I've been working on things that I lack in MMA that are gonna make me a better MMA fighter. In boxing, becoming a better boxer is only gonna make me better all around.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this has been a great opportunity for me. It's been uplifting. It's motivating. The last 4 years have been some of the toughest years of my life, and I have Border Wars to thank for trying to light a new fire and spark some inspiration and some ambition that I haven't felt since since I was riding high in my glory days, which I don't like to call glory days, because I feel like I still got something left to prove. I was pretty well known and doing really well. I was on a 6-fight, 4-year undefeated streak. I went 10-1 as an amateur, and I was looking at big contracts, and life happens. Things get in the way. That's why this happens, and I'm just glad that you're sticking with it. You're still looking to legitimize it any way you can without sacrificing all the opportunities that you have that UFC boxing doesn't provide.
Yeah, I mean, with everything that the people are saying, and I'm gonna get to some other callers because I gotta wrap up. We gotta head on over to the win, but if the USA boxing allows me to do it the way that I want, then we wouldn't have a problem. We'll be doing this by the end of the year or mid-year. I'll be announcing, a new date. But I am gonna get to these callers. I do need you guys to wrap it up because I got the head to the win. Caesar, what up?
Yo, what up? What up, man? Excuse the background noise. I just wanted to hop in and show some love, man. I mean, what can I say, brother? What can I say? I mean, I'm heartbroken. But I know I've been putting the work in on top of everything else going on, but I just found honestly through you and through this Border Wars, I just found a whole new love for this sport, man. Not gonna lie. I mean, I like just throughout. I mean, this is the first time I don't have to flex to see my six pack. You know what I mean? This is I'm in great shape. I feel great. I'm getting better and better every day. And honestly, I mean, this could be a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? And just to take Border Wars to the next level. Maybe this might be a necessary step. And to say I'm disappointed is an understatement. I was really looking forward to this fight. really looking forward to just putting myself in that uncomfortable position that I've been and just seeing how I respond. You know what I'm saying? It's just I really wanted to test myself, and I still do. I still do. I'm sticking with it. I'm not gonna stop going to the gym. I'm not gonna stop training. It's good for my mental, and honestly, it's good for my soul, because it makes me happy. I joined the right gym. I'm with the right coach, and I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop going. So with that being said, man, I'm just like I said, I'm grateful to you, and I'm grateful to Border Wars, because without it, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't be in the shape that I'm in. When I first started this, man, I did 2 rounds, and I'm damn near passing out. Now last night I went 6 rounds, and I wasn't as tired as I was after those 2 rounds, and I felt like I could still do more easy money. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm not gonna stop. I like you quit smoking. I quit smoking too, and man, I feel great, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, I crave it every now and then, but my love for boxing is just a little bit stronger than the ganja. so man, yeah, man. So I mean, just let's try to keep our heads up. Everybody, just keep stay on your journey, man. Stay on your journey, especially the bigger guys. Stay on your journey, man, because at the end of the day, even though you didn't get your fight, it does pay off. It does pay off health wise, and just your physical self has got to feel better. You know what I mean? Your confidence has got to feel better. So, because I know I do. I know I feel way more confident, and like I said, I'm only gonna get better. So, all love, bro. All love. Keep your head up.
For sure, man. And thank you to Rachel and Nonitos, saying the same. I mean, I said, it is what it is at this point. This is just pushing me in, it pushing me into my own words. When we started this and we kept seeing it grow, I kept saying that I want to be the new Sugar Bird, and well, I can't be that if I don't go USA Boxing. But I think this is Adrian in Wisconsin.
Yo,
What up?
Yeah, it's me. Hold on. Man, this is really unfortunate, but I mean, the best thing I'm gonna say is, as having a gym and being a coach and being involved with Border Wars. I mean, I proudly got the stuff up in my gym, the cards and all that. It's just the next step. So whatever help's needed as far as, throwing the shows and doing them the correct way, we had looked into doing one the other day. So I think it's the best evolution, and in all reality, it's the only evolution for me, because as a gym owner, you know what I mean? I can't get blackballed by USA Boxing either. Just can't happen. It's not fair to my students and the people that come to my gym and work hard. So at the end of the day, as disappointing as it is, it's just one of those things that this is how it needs to go forward. And now that it's going forward with USA Boxing, it can come to Wisconsin anytime. We got the facilities, the connections, with lots of businesses for sponsorships, because we've done a few events here. So, anytime in the future when it's nice weather, we can always do it here. And, we got the formula, and we can definitely get the crowd, and take it to the next level. And this time, we don't got to be careful about where we do it. It can be what it's going to be, because that letter, I know all too much about that letter. We got that shit, I think, after the first or second one. I got that letter the same time, Ness.
90 seconds.
They threatened everybody just about a week out. So that's that's how they do it. They wait till you get close enough to the event. They put that out there, but at the time, I wasn't USA Boxing involved, and we were doing everything on private property. And, fortunately, Ness, we were able to find people that didn't give a shit about USA Boxing, so they didn't mind giving us a ring. And, there were a lot of people from the community involved in being able to pull off that show. Even though
out
we were
here,
60 seconds.
out here, bro, they sent it to all the gyms that are registered with USA Boxing, all the officials, all the trainers. So, yeah, it
No,
won't
that's
be
what they
as
did out
easy.
here. that's what they did out here too, Ness. Everybody got one. I got a call about it. I mean, to be honest, the only reason I ever went through with it is because I called one of those registered gyms and talked to a coach there, and he was like, man, he said, Adrian, he's like, you're not even registered with them, and he said they can't really do anything to you. It's just it's just more of a threat. We went forward with it. We did two, and to be honest, I don't think they even bothered us the next one because they realized that wasn't going to affect us. But I think, honestly, I won't lie, I think it affected my fighters and some outcomes and some decisions
10 seconds.
because they knew that I was that guy. They knew that my fighters fighting out of there, that I was the dude that won against them. But to be honest, they did welcome me with open arms when I did go into USA Boxing. They were aware that I was the one that threw the border wars, and to be honest, the people for it were like, listen, Adrian, you just don't tell people you did that. Like, we're more than happy to have you come on to USA Boxing. Obviously, you can throw a show and get fighters and things of that nature. So, you got to look at it like this, Ness. It could be a beautiful partnership. It will push you further into the sport, and them probably seeing what you've accomplished in it so far. I mean, you can run it exactly the way you're running it now for the most part, without all the static, the red tape, and all that. You just gotta do a few little things, but I think this is the future of it, and I'm excited, to be honest with you, because I can be a part of the future of it, because I was coming up to the point where I couldn't be just given my position and trying to make national champions and things of that nature. So, I mean, it's disappointed, and I will say I'm super fucking disappointed. I really, really trained super hard. I'm not going to stop training because just like everybody else on here, I'm in great shape. I'm down, and to be honest with you, this just gives me further to go down further in weight because if I'm being honest, I was well under the 175 mark and wanted to keep going because I was feeling better. But it is what it is, and hopefully going forward, me and you can have some talks, but that's between me and you. We can have some talks and see what we can do next time around here and, other places now that we can get it through USA Boxing. It can be out in the open.
For sure, bro.
But that's my call, brother.
All right, man. Thank you for calling in. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Obviously, I got to head over to the win. But I am getting messages. See, this affects the 40-year-olds the most, right? Like, I'm getting a message from another 40-year-olds like, damn, now we're going to have to do doctor's assessments and be at the mercy of the doctor. And it's like, look at B-Hop. You know what I mean? He fought well past 40. So did George Foreman. But yeah, man, we will be back at 12 o'clock live from the win doing our thing. Catch us on the next one.